Alrighty, it's another day of the Crying Baby game. The streak is at 52, and right, we had Eden's Blessing at the end of the last run, so we're starting with two passive items now. One of which is Booger Tears, and the other one of which is Montezuma's Revenge. Both excellent starting items, honestly. Which is good, because that makes up for the apparent lack of damage in this run that we have. Or tier 8 for that matter. But the starting items are great, and that's a very good defensive item. And that is also a very good defensive item that I probably can't get. We also have a Hierophant card, I just realized, so let me pop that right off the bat. And the goal of the run is the Lamb. Not the hardest, but has been historically a bit cursed for me. Well, that helps. Has been historically a bit cursed for me, the Lamb runs. For some reason, they just always want to be really challenging. That being said, I feel like with that small rock in my arsenal, it's already going to be a lot less challenging. So, you know, that's nice. Take it from here? Apparently, yes. Spin down dice! Bob's Rotten Head explodes into, or rerolls into a bunch of crap. Well, that's a nice start. Book rerolls into a Steam sale, which is not the most exciting item, but it can be pretty nice down the road. You know, it's just gonna make it so much easier to take shop items, and I don't entirely remember what shop items roll into. But if there's something awesome there, now it's gonna be half price. There's a peeper there, which isn't terrible, but I don't think I'm gonna get that roll. Oh. Well, I'm gonna get the money. I'm not gonna get the roll, most likely. Despite it being a Curse of the Lost. But that's okay. We can just save the roll for the next floor. Also, with that small rock we picked up, we're quite a bit above average starting damage now. We're still a bit below average starting tier rate, because that's just how bad our starting tier rate was. But all in all, really not a run I have anything bad to say about. Everything's kind of just working out for us. And that's great, you know. Nice to have an easy run once in a while, and the last few runs have certainly been pretty challenging. Habit could do stuff with the dice, that's true, but I don't usually like to do too much self-damage stuff. So I'll just be content with what I have. For now. Virgo rerolls into a bunch of other star signs, unsurprisingly. Oh, that was terrible. Alright, sweet. Pageant Boy rolls into Bob's Curse. I think I'm gonna stick with the Pageant Boy. This now gives you a coin-related trinket too. And those are typically pretty good. So I'll just be content with what I have. Uh-oh. Okay. Montezuma's Revenge, more than just useful here. And we find an early item room. I have a dice item and I'm finding an early item room. Miracles do happen, chat. That turns into Keybagger, turns into Censor. Censor is pretty good against the Lamb, honestly. But I'm not sure if it's good to the point where I want to dedicate all my rolls for it, when I could just take a rune bag. I think I'll be taking the rune bag once I find the bomb to get there without paying for it. Wow, well played. Good job, Probs. Alright, what's in the item store? The item store. Hive Mind turns into BFF, turns into Blue Map, turns into 2020. That's pretty tempting. And this turns into Broken Watch, turns into Dead Onion. Okay. I mean, it's incredibly unlikely that I even get the Dead Onion, much less the 2020. But I think I'll still make an attempt for it, because even if I get one more roll, I get Dead Onion and Blue Map, which is pretty good. And Devil Deal rerolls, if I remember correctly, aren't the greatest anyway with spin down dice, so not a whole lot to be losing there. Or make this the run you get Super Bum. Not the worst plan I've ever heard, but certainly not the greatest either. Nope. Come on, game, you're not supposed to give me rooms without enemies. Don't let me down. Do, 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 do. Huh. I guess there's a chance there's a battery in that gray chest, but I'm not entirely sold on that. Mr. Boom rolls into the poop. That doesn't seem like a great roll. Can't believe we're doing that much min-maxing on floor 2. This is a lot for my standards. Huh. It's surprised it's not there. Let me get the thing. Do 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 do. Need 2 more rolls. Lock up. Not bad. Not bad. No battery. Oh, something tells me I'm not even gonna get that second shop roll anymore. Maybe there's a mini. Is there a sack in the shop that I can buy for a potential mini battery? No. I can buy that. I mean, I'll take a BFF too. Let's see if we can maybe get a Devil Deal that also has an enemy first. There's also still the room that leads to the alt path that sometimes has enemies, so it's not impossible at this point. Okay, Squeezy is nice. There could be Krampus in here. There could just be an enemy here. There are Devil Deals with enemies. Oh, nice. See, that's one of them. I'll buy that. Wild card. Copies of your most recent used pill, card, rune, soulstone, or activated item. Well, that's gonna be another spin down dice use. So that actually gives me the stuff. So we roll. And then I take that and roll that. Sweet. Last time I checked, you had already expended all your sick days. Sick days? What are sick days, my friend? I'm in Europe. All right, come on. Beeline to the boss room. Or the item room or something. Some room where I can use the dice. The Fool. I mean, that's an okay card. Like the Fool card. Sure. What's in here? Ventricle Razor turns into Tech X. Oh. That's pretty good. I didn't even look at the rest of the store. Was there anything worth noting in there? And Tech X with that massive... I'm sorry. Tech X with that massive shot speed down from Dead Onion is even better. He was. A black market. Oh, hold up. This could be interesting. Okay, that rolls into a bunch of planetarium items. That rolls into a bunch of garbage. That rolls into more garbage. That's probably the one I want to take the most. I don't want to spend that big percentage of my HP on that broken modem, but I might come back for it if I find some more health. 2 rolls for Neptunus. I like Neptunus, but I feel like I want to use my rolls in other places on this floor. Well, I definitely want to get that Tech X, and that overrides Neptunus if I remember correctly, so... That opportunity is already out of the window. There's still a battery in there, though. Any golden chests? Quarter and... Hold up. Let me take out the enemies and then think about that. How about that? I see a meat cube roll. Something in that black market rolled into the quarter, too. And then this one goes into Brittle Bones after 2 rolls. Although Brittle Bones is a lot worse with Tech X. I don't even think that splits. Why does... Oh, that's interesting. If Montezuma's Revenge is fully charged, then letting go of the fire button doesn't fire Tech X? What? How does that even work? Look, hold up. I'm letting go of the button. There, no tech shot. Oh no, now it's shot. What? Huh? I'm so confused. Pandora's box gives me 1 item. And if I take it to the next floor with me, it would give me a boss item and 2 soul hearts. But that would mean dropping the spin down dice, so. That is so awkward. Okay, Mom's coin purse turns into a shot speed up, which is not great. That turns into Evil Eye, that turns into Parasitoid, and that turns into Finger. I like all of these, but not for 3 hearts. We'll just take this, because I think I have better rolls on this floor. Oh boy, please don't be bad. I mean, I guess it's not bad. That's the black market. I mean, I kind of want the broken modem, not gonna lie. I don't really care about rolling any of these. That's the second time I almost walked on that. I think I'm just taking that and then rolling the other for a cube of meat. This time it fired. Oh, this is such a weird interaction. What the? I feel like I keep seeing items that I saw in my spin down dice roll like a few minutes ago. Okay, with that, I think we're done. On this floor. Lockdown is a sad pill. Tears Up is a very nice pill. Yeah, I don't think I want to spend hearts here. I guessed the wrong way. You're gonna be very valuable potentially. Just gotta find an item to reroll. Which means I'm not gonna find one now for a really long time. Because that's how it goes. Oh, never mind, there's an item room. Okay. I could have used the AWAS, that's true. Lucky Foot rolls into Yumheart, rolls into Teleporter, rolls into Bob's Rotten Head. That is not great. I'm looking for a tile to use the AWAS on. I find them a bit harder to see. Oops. I find them a bit harder to see in flooded caves, not gonna lie. Ah! Soul of a Polygon.
Soul of a Polygon.
Notched Axe rolls into Prayer Card, rolls into Guppy's Head. Well, we are on Devil Deals. I guess we can use that and then roll it later. Do I know what that pill is? No.
Lemon Party.
Oh. Hagalaz. The Guppy waiting room is on. I'm just gonna use it here. Okay, so before I go to the boss and beat that and potentially hit a devil deal, I do want to make sure I do a touchy on that guppy head, so I don't find it in a potential devil deal. Let's hear anything interesting. God, this Montezuma's Revenge and Tech X situation is so awkward. Like, I sometimes it just doesn't fire sometimes. Like, I have to re-grab the button and charge again. That is so weird. Hello, sir. I am here to milk you a bit. Okay. We get Guppy's head. And then we hope 11 cents are enough to get back to at least 5 out of 6 charges on that dice. Red key rolls into Spirit Sword. Really? I think it's diagonally above the item room. Man, how do you give me spin down dice and red key in the same run? That's just a cruel prank game. That is a cruel, cruel prank. I found pills. Battery pack. Hold up, that's pretty interesting. What does the key roll into again? Lightsaber, right? Or like the spirit sword. Esau Jr. into Vengeful Spirits. Pretty boring. Dog food into another dog food. I'll just take the health up. Oh. Hey, Wesker. Tech X doesn't turn your sword into a lightsaber. That's quite the same scam. Let's... Huh. What's the store got again? Guppy's head, right? That doesn't really help. Let's see if we hit a devil deal, and then we're gonna make the last decisions on secret room or curse room and stuff like that. We did hit it. We did it. Blood Riots turns into... Okay, that's funny. And this one turns into Goat Head. Okay. I really want to make Guppy here though, right? So I kind of want the Goat Head. Even though Sin Robes is like the better immediate item. Goat Head just makes it so much more fun, especially with the spin down dice. There is no way I can roll that 3 more times, right? But I have Goat Head, so the door is gonna stay open, so I might as well check. I have some batteries still there. I got a battery pack from the... Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. How many batteries do I have sitting there? That's 1 charge. That's not even 2 charges. And I need 3. What's in here? Okay. Well, that's Sacred Heart. It's gonna be a long way, but it's gonna be a Sacred Heart. Only one battery. I still have one sitting in the secret room or the arcade. I don't know. I've got one sitting somewhere. Hey Jan Koviak, welcome. Look, there's still one here. For your consideration, you could black rune the Sacred Heart. I could also black rune like the red key or something like that. I would probably be the first person in the history of Isaac to black rune a Sacred Heart though. So the proposition is tempting. I could pay 3 hearts to then black rune the Sacred Heart. Absolute power play. Over there. I'll just black rune the red key for some damage and unnecessary range. I mean, to be fair, do I need Sacred Heart to win the run? No, I could totally black rune and be fine. But I have the ultimate chance here to become a Sacred Cat. So, you know, can't say no to that one. Haha, I'm the same speed as my shots. Which is 0.6 apparently. Trying to figure out if there's another way for me to get a roll, because then I would want to play the blood donation machine. Oh wait, it couldn't have been there. That was stupid. That's just a waste of a bomb. Dead. Okay, looks like we are done here. Pretty successful floor, if I may say so myself. Oh my god. I really want to know what makes it so sometimes you just don't fire. I like lodestone, but I think I have better uses for my money. No, it's okay, game. I didn't want to find items anyway. Actually, I might as well do this. I have enough keys. Baby bender. That doesn't really help. That was a very unspectacular white chest. Tammy's head turns into Mr. Boom, turns into the poop, turns into Necronomicon. That is so disappointing. That is just so thoroughly disappointing. Unidentified, that's a tears up pill. We want that. That's I found pills. I was really hungry for a reroll there, but I lost a bunch in the process. Probably shouldn't have done that. Dead. Lucky Penny is cool. No! Great room. Fantastic. 10 out of 10 design. That's a bit rude. Where are the combat rooms? Where are the item rooms? Into fast bombs, into sprinkler. Well, this is 1 out of 3 conjoined, so I probably just won it. That's a tinner rock. A sack! That can't contain an item. It can contain batteries, though. Hey, a battery. And a devil card. Golden key right at the end of the floor. That tracks. That tracks. Okay, what does the devil deal have to offer? And we know we're getting a devil deal. Mom's heals turns into another range up. Krampus. Coal rolls into a bunch of crap. So we're just coaling. Do we get a second roll here to get the belt? I mean, even if we don't, we're only gonna lose, like, not a whole lot. I already forgot what color the 48-hour energy pill was. Oh.
Tears up.
F you two. What? That's a very elaborate way to get that. Oh, screw this. Game sucks. I want to play a different game. Whatever. Can I see my health again, please? Thank you. Curse of the Lost. Curse of the Lost is potentially really good. If we can find an early item pedestal, we can get a lot of rolls in. Well, that's going to be an early item pedestal. That's tier rate up. Let's tier rate up and it breaks the tier cap, so I think it's hard to say no to that. Ooh. Battery beggar. It's got to be pretty close from the start to the starting room. Man, they're all empty. Soul of Maggie. Don't really care about that. Dead cat! 2 out of 3. Bring. Could play Potat. Brotato challenge is back on once the boss guide is done. And the boss guide is pretty nearly finished at this point. I wanna put more focus on like a single project at any given time now, rather than doing like 3 things at once and not finishing any of them. There's like 6 bosses missing on the boss guide. No. Battery into Charm of the Vampire into Ladder. Battery is actually kind of hot. You know what? Let's get it. Wait. Minor Helmet turns into Small Rock. Another dead onion. All right. Come on, blood bag, blood bag, blood bag. Oh. Always go for a blood bag. In spin down dice runs. Always go for the blood bag. Car battery. Car battery is a bit of a non-bow with spin down dice. Because suddenly you roll twice, so you actually get less control over what you're gonna get. Wait, I meant to pick up the battery in that shop. Why didn't I do that? Why would I not pick up the battery? Oh, that's a 48-hour. Hold up, I'll find 1 cent. There's no way I'm not going to find 1 cent, right? It's going to be right in here. No. It's okay, I'll find a cent. I still have plenty of floor left. There, see? Oops. I tried to do that too fast. Could have also used the blood donor machine, true. But that would have been too easy. Okay, come to Papa. It is exactly the same speed as me. Look at that. Oh, now I'm faster. Oh. Okay, so if I remember correctly, 48-hour energy gives you the entire... What the flip? Charges the entire thing. So with battery, it would give me the full 2 charges. That's a charge key. That's actually interesting because that pulls... That rolls into a completely random item. So there's some fun stuff that can happen here. I think I'm just gonna blow that up. It's just a bit too many machines. Sad. Did I go in there? Yeah, I found the dead cat. I think we're done on this floor. Much as it pains me. Not a whole lot we can do here. It's just not happening. Whatever. Okay, this is a lamb run, so we're gonna want this. Maw of the Void turns into God's Flesh, turns into Tractor Beam. Azazel's Rage turns into Vanishing Twin. Or Twisted Pair, not in that order. And this turns into C-Section. How does C-Section even work with... Hold up, science. I actually don't know. Whoa! Sorry, I had to sneeze. Rip vision. Who needs vision when you can just kill everything? There, who needs vision? Sorry, I'm having the sneeze attack of doom right now. Might have to mute myself a few times. When I stand still and you hear nothing, that's probably because I muted the sneeze. That turns into brittle, no, not brittle bones, what's it called? Bone spurs into Tentacle Boy. I don't see anything. Okay. I cannot see shit. Me neither. Oops. God, I'm so sorry. Little battery. Oh no, it's skull eggs. Okay, I'm definitely taking that.
Soul of the Keeper.
Okay, well, we've been in here. There was nothing really to write home about. I like Tentacle Boy, but I feel like he's past his prime here. That's kind of sick, but... And I feel like the Soul of Eden is better used at another point in time. Okay, apologies. The sneezes should stop now. I don't see anything. We don't see the map here, which is fine. We don't see the map way in many senses. The map here in many senses of the word. Is this a dead end? This is a dead end. Chat, I think I'm gonna win this run. Might have to go back for that soul heart though, just to be sure. Betrayal turns into Seraphim, and Jello turns into Ghost Bombs. I'm gonna go for the Seraphim. Actually, no, he's not part of Conjoined, dude. Why is he not part of Conjoined? I don't want him if he's not part of Conjoined. The fact that Seraphim used to not even be part of the Seraphim transformation is actually hilarious to me. It's one of those where I looked at the patch notes and I was like, wait, what? That's not a thing yet? How is that not a thing yet? Flatworm. I feel like this is a hair shy off of being a breaking run at this point. This is silly. Sorry, I couldn't see my character, so I couldn't tell like where I was relative to the door. What? Okay, what do we got? Dark Princess Crown, Damocles, multi-dimensional baby, Brim Baby. Brim Baby turns into Fly, turns into Bob's Brain. Dark Princess Crown turns into Mega Brim, turns into... Kidney Stone could be fun. This turns into a bunch of horse crap, as does this. I'll just take this for Conjoined. And then we're Soul of Edening the rest for some nice clown fiesta. Okay, Stigmata, Boombox. This is Synthoil turning into a bunch of crap. And this is Wooden Nickel also turning into a bunch of crap. Oh, that's sad. I did just make Conjoined though, so I feel like I can't be too critical of this. Oh good god. Even worse now! Answers. What a run. What a run. Is there a chest here? Oh, how'd I miss you? Daddy Longlegs and a Polyphemus! No fire rate penalty with 2020, by the way. I heard a heart drop, but I couldn't tell what kind of heart. Ouija board. Oh, mom's knife would make this very sad. I'll take the tier, right? The frames, probs, the frames. What frames? We don't need frames in these parts of Twitch. Belly jelly. You know, just in case there was any doubt left over of me winning this run. Little chop turns into Loki's horns. And I have 3.74 luck. It just gets better and better. This run is the key, the gift that keeps on giving. Little Gertie turns into a bunch of crap. If I could get 3 rolls here, I could actually get Eden's Blessing for the next run. I'd have to find 1 roll because I'm getting the second roll from the lamb. Black room. Oh, there's my roll. Hold up, I need to see. You don't like the look of that body in a box? Well, too bad. He's my buddy. And he's in a box. So deal with it. Soul Locket is fun, man. I like that item. It's just very late and I have other plans for my dice. It's okay, I'll get a tears up from the black rune and break the tier cap. That's gonna be fun. See? Damage and tier rate. Perfect black rune. Okay, and then you might have noticed I saved the Answers rune. There's really only one thing I could be saving that for, right? God, I don't see anything. Yeah, we're taking... I want to see how fast this kills Big D. Okay. We need an R key. I feel like R key would just make Twitch chat upset. Shot speed up. Oh, that's a bad one. Actually, we're still at 0.6. Hey, I've already fought you. Very recently. Well, okay. Do I take the item or... Oh, that's a guppy paw. Guppy's paw rolls into lump of coal. Yoink. That's a Bible. That's bookworm. Bible rolls into... I can't tell what that is. Oh, wire code hanger. I'm capped on tier, right? So that's a bit useless. So that Bible doesn't really do anything. Like, at all. Do 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 do. Man, I love not seeing what's going on. Hey Sir Galushko, welcome to Insanity. I don't see anything, man. Magic 8 ball into a health up. I'll take a health up. Sharp plug. Ooh, Sword of Cain. Sharp plug into a bunch of crap. Okay, the other three can all be delirium. Nice push. Please, for the love of Christ, find the ultra secret.
Soul of Cain.
Found it. Echo chamber into ooh, another twisted pair. I want another twisted pair. Double twisted pair is actually really fun. Look at that! I have 2 twisted pairs now. Do 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 do. Okay, so how about we don't find Big D on the first attempt? I'm gonna say Big D is the one to the far left. I'll take the health up. That build is wild. Average YouTuber build, TBH. I can't see anything. Lemogeddon into flip, into bag of crafting, into... It just keeps getting worse. Oh my god, it lags so hard too. All you need is coal. I have coal.
48-hour energy.
One shot is enough for a small room. It's never enough. You were saying? You were saying? The only counter. Yeah. I got countered so hard. It's not even funny. I might as well retire. That's how hard I got countered. Divine intervention. I'll take the Pascal candle. That breaks the tier cap actually. We can charge that up before we go to Big D. This would probably melt your computer while it's melting mine. Is the game gonna crash? I don't think it's gonna crash. I'm accepting bets on whether Delirium is going to be down in 5 or in 10 seconds. Alright, if you enjoyed this kind of run, make sure to leave a like and a sub on the video as it's an easy way to support me. And if you want to see more of my content, there's a video on screen right now that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. So go check it out and I'll see you in the next one. GG.